Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Saturday. All right, guys, welcome back to Up and Adam Channel 2. This has been a surprisingly productive week. It's kind of like when you get the Denise and Aaron divorce with all of the allegations. You get Shannon Bedore, who gets the DUI. You get now Dr. Wendy Osefo and her husband indicted on 33 charges. You get Karen Huger, who's going to jail. You get Jen Shaw, who's going to prison. You get Tom Girard. I mean, it's like when you get those little moments like Scandival, it just like throws you off. There's a lot that's happening. But this is not about them. This is more so about the fact that Teresa Giudice has officially made the first step, which I'm kind of shocked by reaching out to her brother. Now, she said, listen, you know, like, you got to move on and time heals all wounds. And she has said the same thing over and over and over and over and over. But the fact that she made the first step, I was like, okay, we're going to break into that. And then, of course, the Real Housewives of Rhode Island of it all, because we got a few little snippets from that. So smash the like button, show some love, and let's jump right in. Okay, guys, so I was just as surprised as you were when it comes to the fact that she actually took the first step. I do wonder what that means as far as like her relationship with Louis. I haven't heard anything about Louis in so long. And I feel like he was like a big part of this kind of divide. However, let's also be honest, this divide has been happening long before he came along too. So I don't know if that's necessarily completely fair to say. I just like I juggle it back and forth. But this is what Teresa had to say. Thank you to Bywig Hello Drama.
Yes.
How are those relationships at this moment?
Well, my brother and my sister-in-law, I'm not speaking to, but I did reach out and I said, because you know what, time does heal all wounds. And you know, when time goes by, you forget things. So I'm just like, you know, Gia and I were on Special Forces. We spent a lot of time before we actually started Special Forces, and we talked a lot about a lot of things. So I want to be a good example for my children. Okay. I have 4 daughters, and like, I don't want them to ever say, you know, I always tell them, like, I always want you guys to get along. Please always be there for each other. I know you guys are going to marry other people, but always put your sister first. Or not first, but like, always don't forget about your sister. Like, you know,
it's family.
Be a family. Be a beautiful family. Like if someone doesn't get along, just be the bigger person. Try to make it work, blah, blah, blah. So, yes.
How are those relationships?
So I can't, you know, I got to practice what I preach, right? So that's why with my brother, I reached out to him. And I mean, I put it out there because the only reason why I put it out there is Jeff Lewis asked me. So that's how the conversation started. So now I'm like, you know what? Never say never. Because before I was just like, absolutely not. I'm Italian. I'm like very stubborn. I'm like, it's never going to happen. But now after like, you know, time, it's been over. I would say my brother hasn't really been in my life. We've been married 3 years, but the drama started even before that. So
I was going to ask, can you remember a time when you and Joe and Melissa all got along?
When I first met him, our first Christmas, they were at my house. Oh, no. Even when we moved into our house, they came over that first Christmas when we moved into our house. Yeah. So I can't, you know, I got to practice what I preach, right? So that's why with my brother, So what, how many years ago was that? That Christmas we were together, and then that's
2021.
So that was the last Christmas we had together with them, 2021.
Well, you said you reached out. Is there a back and forth? Is there?
Yes.
Okay.
So we're, you know, I think we're going to meet and speak.
Okay. We're going to meet and we're going to speak. I mean, listen, here's the other part about that. I I hope and wish that for her. You know, it's funny because I have a bunch of siblings, and there are some times where we come together and we absolutely do not get along. We don't want to be around each other. We don't see eye to eye. We know that it's going to be a point of contention, and it's just like, why can we not make this work? And I feel so bad for like my mom and like people who are involved in it, because it's just like it has nothing to do with them. But one of these recent visits that I just did was I had both of my brothers there, and we had the best time. It was great. So it makes you leave feeling so much better that like you had some sort of resolve. Like it wasn't a bad trip. It makes you feel like I know where you stand, you know where I stand, but okay, like we can be in the same room and it's not suffocating. I hope that for her. But moving on, moving on. I don't know if you guys saw this, but thank you to RHONJ Chasers. So you can see our newbies. Apparently, the confessionals have wrapped. I mean, these girls are stunning. And they also look like they have a lot of sass. Hold on. Let me just like replay this. Yeah, stunning. All of them. They just look like it's like a new, whole new, fresh energy. And they look young, but they don't look like they're not like baby. This is definitely not next gen Rhode Island. Like these girls look established. They look like they're in their 30s and 40s. I'm here for it. I want to see more. Honestly, I just want to know who is the drama starter in all of this. I think that really too, at the end of the day, I feel like with the Real Housewives of Rhode Island, I think that they know what the pressures are on this show and what they need to deliver in order to make the show a success. And I think that Bravo, the network, NBC producers have clearly made it very, very straightforward, honest, upfront, exactly what they're probably expecting from them. So we'll see. I want to hear what you guys think, guys. Pop off in the comment section, please. We'll see you soon. Tomorrow's Sunday, so enjoy your weekend. And of course, we'll be back on Monday for Hot Messy Topics. And we'll see what else comes out about Dr. Wendy Osefo and Eddie this weekend and everything in between. May the odds be in everybody's favor, I guess.